Hello, good evening. Welcome. My name is Kate, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thanks for coming. What is it that I always say? Oh, this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. And I have like 10 things to run over, like little housekeeping. So if you're just here to watch the cards, I will mark it below. Same with the upstairs team. I will start that once I finish this. So I'm going to pause you. Gotta go. Okay, the first thing is thank you. Oh, and if you're new, I am so glad you're here. And I say this every night. But if you're new and this is your first Idaho 4 video, please. And I appreciate everyone doing that. And today I didn't have any questions from the unprepared. So I appreciate everyone going back. And I know it's a lot to ask, and I've never done someone put in we're in season 3. So this might be, anyway, none of this stuff will make sense. And there are nicknames, and that's on my list, that you're just gonna have to work with. And the other thing about the nicknames is I make them up in the second that I'm like getting whatever energy it is. And so as long as this is in the general idea. So if we have a delinquent or degenerate, that goes with the degenerate, who's also related to another degenerate, whose mother, she's on the list. So anything in the context of like degenerate, just go with it, or that's the same person. We have a conundrum tonight, so I'll get to that. And so anyway, if you're new, welcome. Thank you for coming. Please start at the beginning, and then you'll be all caught up, and this won't be confusing. Can you start here? You're in the 3rd season. You don't understand what happened in the first 2. I love that. I wonder if we can separate playlists by seasons. I mean, surely you could. But that's not even on the list. So the next thing, I'm glad that it's putting on protection. I noticed I said sacred space. We were talking about protection. So thank you all for getting it and appreciating it. Okay. Now we're getting into the good stuff. So I talked to my girlfriend whose daughter, AJ, is trans. She's gone through the whole process, and she would like to come on the show. Welcome to the table, AJ. So I talked to her actually about this whole trans thing. And the thing, like, I don't know what other cultures are like. I've been to other countries, and I know this sounds very American of me. Sorry. But in America, I'll speak for home. In America, if you see a woman, literally, there's never a good time to ask her if she's pregnant. That just is kind of an unspoken rule. Hopefully you don't have to learn it the hard way. But if you do, like, it's just something you don't do. So this trans thing has been really bothering me. And that was like, the way I was explaining to AJ and her mom and those guys was like, I just feel like I'm asking a woman if she's pregnant. Like, it just makes me uncomfortable. And the unspoken rule, and again, if there's anyone in here who is trans or has firsthand experience, and I don't mean hung out with them, please jump in and let us know. Because my main thing is like, I just want to be respectful and like, so AJ would love, or maybe we'll have a collab. It's fun. So anyway, okay, so that's how the trans thing goes. You don't ask. It's one of those things that's like asking a woman if she's pregnant. You just don't do it. So that was the feedback. We're getting into the information now. going to start light and we're going to go through. The next thing. Last night, I said something about being balls deep. Oh, yeah. Oh. And it was at 4:44, like 44 minutes and 44 seconds. So that was like a nice little angel message from our homie. Oh, and so, okay, the next thing. Actually, that's a little too much. Okay, we're going to stay still light, and then we're going to go in. Ashley at the Reckoning, if she's here, or if anyone knows this off the top of your head, I'll shoot her an email. She sorts her information, and I bet you, I just didn't want to go back and listen to all of them to figure this out, but somehow she has it in a spreadsheet or something so she can like sort by a keyword. So if anyone knows that off the top of their head, or Ashley, hi, if she's here, because we opened up perhaps something that's a little bit bigger than, well, if anyone is going back to the beginning and starting like tonight, I might have an assignment for you. Okay, so in general, the nickname thing, I know it's annoying. Trust me. Basically, if it's in the general vicinity, you just have to use your imagination. I'm talking to angels and listening to light language and trying to explain it with a card so we can work together on this. And I know it's annoying and I'm sorry. That leads me. Actually, we'll start on a positive. There was a comment today, and I'm going to read it from my thing because it felt so right to me. So thank you. Thank you for putting this in there. This, I really do feel like what we need is one of those boards like they have in NYPD or on the TV. I don't know what they do in real life. Well, they don't have it in Moscow because nothing's closed there. Cases. So this is the note, and thank you so much for sending this over. I just found out that Ethan's Jeep wasn't at the house until Hunter, he's our Capricorn, he's the devil, literally. Wait, Hunter P? Wait, who's Hunter P? I hope this is a mistype. We've been doing Hunter J and the delinquent. Oh no. Well, we might have just added another Hunter to the list, but until Hunter P, who had the Jeep all night, brought it back in the morning. This lines up with Hunter and I'm going to call, okay, this is what we're going to do. Little Miss Muffet. I don't know if that's going to work forever because wait until I tell you the next thing. I don't like these names, and I don't like Maisie. And her mom is trash. So anything around a dumpster, Oscar, trash, dumpster fire, goes with the betrayers. What's like committing treason. If you did that in 1744, we'd hang you. You don't go against the family. So, Hunter P, and I'm really just hoping that's a spelling error and not another Hunter that I didn't even know about. This lines up with Hunter and Maisie are involved in using the Jeep to move Ethan and Xana back to the house after the fight club outside Linda Lane. Bam. That was like a mic drop moment, so I appreciate that. I just am really just hoping that this is Hunter J and not Hunter P. I don't know who Hunter P is yet. So this brings us to the dumpster fire that is called Ethan's mother. Oh, and thank you all so much for sending over the birthdays. Like, you have no idea. I appreciate it. And anyone who's like even learning tarot, or not tarot, well, that too, but horoscope stuff, astrology or houses, please, this is a team effort here. But I appreciate that. So, we have a problem. It's not really a problem for us. It's more of a problem for the dumpster fire we had yesterday. That's her name today. Because she's it's about to change, but her name is Stacy Chapin. She's Ethan's mother. And if you're here, you should, just be, so if you're here, now is not a good time to listen because I don't really have that many nice things to say. But what I would like to say, well, to you if you're listening, or the FBI if anyone's listening, she's a fire sign. Why that's becoming a little bit of a problem is because guess who else is? The Emperor. And I remember when we were thinking that the Emperor, when we started figuring out that, I'm just going to hold them up here. And I feel like the Emperor is like, she's not the Empress. She's the Emperor. And you know who has represented the Emperor before? Oh, for the last 3 seasons? The leader of the dark side. And the Hierophant is going to come in and save the day. And they've already started doing it, and I'm very proud, and I've never been more proud to be an American, other than right after September 11th. So this is why, if you're new, and you get to start at the beginning, I don't even know how to ask this. Like, what are we, now, this is what I think we have to do, is go back and look at all the times the Emperor showed up, because that's not the only one that's a little concerning. So the Emperor has always represented the leader of this, like, I call it the organization. You can call it whatever you want. Hopefully. What else do we need to know about him? He's a fire sign. He's organized, hardworking, diligent. He has a loyal following. But it gets worse. No. It doesn't get worse than this. It doesn't actually get any worse. We have strength. I just brought this up last night because this card has shown up consistently. You know, maybe what we don't actually need to go all the way back. Maybe it's just from episode 15 when we started, when we learned the level of betrayal. So we have strength. I mean, we could talk about the cards. This is a woman taming a lion. And I always understood it as like they overpowered Ethan, or, okay, don't worry, there's more. You'll recognize them all. Temperance. Temperance is otherworldly. It's like 1 foot in the, it's in the angelic card. It can be seen. It can also be seen as the dumpster fire it is. Just kidding, I do love this card. I liked it a lot more 20 minutes ago, but I don't know what to say about it. There's another one. Oh, this was why I saw that 444, because I was explaining something about seeing this card. So, our tower. And we've gone through this a lot, but for the newbies, if you're new, this is like, to me, a September 11th moment. People are jumping out of buildings. The building is collapsing. Okay, this isn't, to me, an end. The end. Goodbye. You don't get to cross go, which is what hopefully this dumpster fire is gonna see. And then, what's the next one? Our buddy. And I don't like calling her S-Dog because I was calling Ethan E-Dog. I like calling her Trash. Honestly, that's the most comfortable name for me right now. Other than Dirty Sanchez, and he's already got it. If we had met her first, she would have gotten it. So, Ethan has consistently represented, there's 2 circles in the tarot. One is the world, and one is the Wheel of Fortune. And I was understanding it as like the fool's journey. Well, this douche also has it. I'm going to take this one with a grain of salt, though. Then we have judgment. And we love judgment. But this doesn't mean as much to me. We have the star. She puts the star out. And we have the sun, which is good. That means no secrets. So, there's not a problem. The conundrum that I found us in today when I read all of your wonderful, beautiful comments. And it doesn't have, and I appreciate everyone being like, acting like an adult. Just pretend you're at work. Would you say all that stuff with your boss and your coworkers around? No. And so I appreciate everyone acting like we're adults at work. So, where that leaves us. Oh, the other place that leaves us. If you don't know who Corey Richins is, please Google her. You will find a eerily similar spot that she found herself in. She is on trial, and she's innocent until proven guilty. Although she is digging herself her own grave, literally. But she is accused of poisoning her husband because he wouldn't co-sign on a house with her. And she's highly psychotic. So somehow he dies of a fentanyl overdose. Kind of like, oh, Ethan's friend. What's his name? Oh, that is the Sanchez, Dirty Sanchez. So I feel like I need to shuffle while we're talking about Corey Richins, and that's hence the reference in the title. Because shortly after I hung up last night with you guys, I Googled our dumpster fire. And I saw that she wrote a book. And I just got the chills. The very first thing I thought of was, this is at her hand. And the reason is because Corey Richins also wrote a book that looked eerily similar to the same as, I don't know. So she wrote a book. So I didn't spend all day thinking about her because I had other stuff to do. But once I got back and I started looking at the comments and catching up, I realized what a farce. And the way that she's positioning herself in the community and the globe. Well, first of all, I'll talk two things. Her defense attorney is unbelievably awesome. After watching the Murdaugh case, that's a joke. Well, the prosecution did a wonderful job. The defense is a joke. They are still applying the good old boy system and didn't get the memo. And Corey Richins' defense attorney is awesome. I can't even remember her name, but I love her. She literally strolled onto the screen and I was like, she was professional, articulate, she dressed well. Maybe Dumpster Fire over here should start looking at defense attorneys. Because if we have figured this out, we are a girl with tarot cards, then I'm pretty sure that the U.S. government is at least 2 weeks ahead of us. 3. And if I were her, I would start shopping. Especially if, they're busting 50 people at once or 30 people at once. Someone, So, that being said, so Corey Richins is accused of killing her husband. They were an adorable family on the outside, kind of like all of our happy families. And so she wrote a book about grief, and then she went on to some morning show, and the poor ladies, they did an interview that they didn't know, obviously. So our trash barrel mother I don't even like using the word mom in the same context of what we're talking about. Like, she checked herself at the door when, I don't know. So that's that. And so that's the reference in the title. And if you don't know who Corey Richins is, just Google it. You will see, like, it's actually kind of it's not funny. Obviously, there's like, the funny part is her narcissism is the delusion, like the disconnect from reality is so high that she wrote her brother a letter called like Walk the Dog. Oh, and you can Google all this. This is not like inside information. And explained how he was going to lie on the stand. And of course the prosecutors already have it. They've already printed it. Like, I saw it. Like, it's funny. So that being said, our new conundrum, it's not a conundrum, excuse me, is that we have an emperor. And the emperor at this moment tonight is the only spot that fits this woman. I did see in the comments, and like, well, I was mad at CrimeCon anyway, because they did invite Dick Harpootlian and Jim Griffin to CrimeCon. I thought it was a huge joke, so I didn't watch anything, didn't do anything, except I did see that Creighton Waters like played in the band, and anything that he did, I was like fully supporting. So I didn't see anything about CrimeCon except for Creighton Waters this year, but I don't know. I feel like I really appreciate everyone sending all that information over. There was a lot of it, and I appreciate that. I didn't really have the time that I wanted to look through it, but feel free to share all of these with your friends and family so that the right people. I don't know. So anyway, thanks for coming. That was a 20-minute rant. No. I don't feel like that was a rant. I felt like that was a catch-up. So I'm going to pause you. I wonder if I should just upload that, but I'd really like to do a reading because we have a lot of people to read on. I would want to look more into Kaylee. I want to look into Maddie. I want to I know if you're in a secret society, that's not exactly what you want to talk about. And okay, the other thing, this is one last thing and then we'll get going. The reason I saw a comment about how the Greek life and grades is really important, and I know it's the same with athletes. That's why I don't think that he got to go an entire semester and then fail. That it, to me, is so unrealistic because like athletes and Greek system have like, standards. And I mean standards. So say that the school was a 3.0 to like graduate from the business school. Then that means the athletes had to have a 3.2 or a 3.4 or something. And the Greek system was the same. Maybe they might have had to have a 2.8 or something. Just kidding. Totally razzing you. But no, I get that. That's why I really don't think, because if you are representing the school in any way, you're set to a different standard. And that's why I find it very hard to believe. And if anyone actually went through a Greek system, and it's possible that your freshman year, your rushing year, maybe you could slip through the cracks, but I don't buy it. And they look at your high school transcripts and stuff if you're rushing your freshman year, at least at my school they did. So that's why I don't buy it. So that being said, tonight we might let our home door. I literally wanted to wear Justice. I've never even been on this Justice bandwagon ever in my life. I've never really but I really want like a Justice for Ethan t-shirt or something, because this kid got fucked. And I mean it in every sense of the word. Like the level of betrayal is like just so immense. And he shows us it all the time. It's that 3 of Swords. Like I really, and I'm really proud of him too. I think it's really cool that he's figured out a way to communicate. but I like wanted to wear a Justice for Ethan t-shirt and a Justice for Brian Koberger t-shirt on the back. Have Ethan on the front and BK on the back because, we know allegedly he's not innocent in this, but I can tell you he did not orchestrate what this demon did. And I say that with like the utmost sincerity. This is not good. So before I get hot, which I'm about to, I can feel myself getting warm, which means like the energy's starting to move. So thank you for coming to that, and I appreciate it. I'm about to pause you and start this up here. Okay, we're back. One thing that I did, you guys can see this, right? So on my list, sorry about this, we have like everyone's name. This is one of the like 14 lists. And I wrote myself notes that's like water, death, like for the major arcana. I also just posted, if for the people that like to see the cards, I have a bunch of them. So I just started posting them. One of them was wrong. It was the, I labeled it Burning Man, but I think it was like something else. So I switched that. I saw that. And so now we are going to use our regular Rider-Waite, and I just hope you guys can see that. And we are just going to, I don't know, what should we do? Ask about, there's so many things we could ask about. Okay, sorry, one last thing. I saw that there were a few people asking about readings, which I love, thank you. I'm kind of like overworking in Corporateville, and I would love to just do this stuff full time. So, the people that asked about it, I made a note in the notes, but it's in almost every one of the videos how to do it. Or also, if anyone's interested in doing a live, I think this would be kind of fun to do a live. And if someone wants to be a sub or whatever those things are, a moderator, because there's no way, I don't know how we would do it, but we could figure something out. I sometimes, like last night, would have been nice to be like asking in live time. We would have figured out the hermit or the, So, thank you all. Yeah, and if you want a reading, let me know. Because I would love to get out of Corporateville. I've been there for a long time, and I love it, too. But the passion is not there. It doesn't make me feel like, well, this is a different thing. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. So tonight, we are, where are all my pens? Oh, I'm just going to write down Dirty Sanchez's nickname next to his name. So we figured out the Jeep situation. Thank you. Should we look into... There are so many things we could be looking into right now. Let's look into... I hope you guys can see me shuffling. Well, you can hear it. All right. I guess I didn't even have an intention, so. But I did set sacred space and called in quarters, asked for protection. Okay. Hope you can see these. So those cards just flipped. I'll explain them as I want to set an intention. Let's learn more about Stacy Chapin. Don't worry, Stacy. I'm not going to say her name that often. It's going to change pretty quickly. Let's learn more about Stacy Chapin. What else do we need to know about her? cards ready. The trash is here. Well, I'll tell you what's not going well for Stacy Chapin. All right. So, the underlying energy is the Emperor. Well, the underlying energy technically... Oh, I cleared those. Okay. I feel like this deck has gotten us a long way. I'm very grateful for it. All right, so what the heck? Did I even... Well, I don't know. Every single card is in reverse except the Emperor. So I'll tell you what that sounds like, except one. We have one up, right? So we have the Nine of Wands. Just waiting around. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Cups are never a good thing to be in reverse. Perhaps she's picking up a drinking problem. She could be emotional. She's walking away from what no longer serves her. Yeah, I don't know this woman, but based on just Corey Richins, who's on trial right now, the level of narcissism is like exceedingly high. Then we have our little worker bee in reverse. I mean, these are not exactly cards that you want in reverse by any means. There's not really anything. Well, okay. So then all right. So she has perhaps picked up a drinking problem. I don't think she has. I don't think that, you know who she does? This Queen of Swords. Like maybe we're giving D-Bag too much credit. I don't know. She was right next to her the whole time. So, all right. So get back to us. All right. Our cup. Okay. Our pentacles in reverse. Pentacles in reverse are always like going broke, losing money, losing house, losing home. It's like, I mean, we have our little boy, the Overkill in reverse. I don't even know how to take this serious because, I mean, she's playing a victim. This is like, so Little Miss Muffet. I guess that name is a little bit more respectful than trash. And then we can have some juniors. So we'll call her Little Miss Muffet for right now. She's playing victim. You think. She is too focused on material things. Which one is this? 8. This is driven by ego. We have a Page of Wands in reverse. This is like destructive, self-destructive. Oh, she might implode. She might self-destruct because she's so narcissistic. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, don't come for me. I am not a shrink. I'm just a chick with some tarot cards. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist. Like, you don't need to read in a book and get a little piece of paper that says that you have a PhD to explain narcissistic behavior, in my personal humble opinion. Okay, so then we have, what is this, the 7? The 7 of Wands in reverse. She has no boundaries. This, okay. The D card in reverse. You don't want your D card in reverse, no matter what sex you are. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, you know who should do a show on her? The body language guys. The behavior analysts, Chase and those kids. Oh, you guys should read that kid. Chase, what's his name? I can't remember his last name, but he's hot too. And he wrote a book it's called like the 6-Minute X-Ray. It's an awesome book. But my guess is what I feel like I'm looking at is Amber Heard sitting on the stand. There's a lot of whining and a lot of poor me, and it's not really like, I'm sure if you're watching this, then you probably watched the Depp case. I still watch, what's that girl? The girl who cross-examined, what's her face? She's so fun. I just love the way that she presented that entire thing. I thought that was so awesome. So we're looking at Amber Heard. If Amber Heard was sitting in front of us right now, it would be like looking at Amber Heard. That's what I'm seeing. You guys can see them. It's a lot of victim, like me. I'm hurting, and I'm losing all of my pentacles. But the good news is her Emperor is upright. Maybe this is what's showing us, like, she would be so annoying to be. Well, I personally did not think that Amber Heard looked that fun to hang out with, and I don't think this lady looks that fun. What did I call her? Little Miss Muffet. So for the people that are like paying close attention, also remember, we're working in like symbols, and I'm really trying to remember all these nicknames, but you get the gist. Please, or just pretend that we're in like 6th grade, or no, not even, like 3rd grade, for 2nd grade, and we're like reading picture book. Okay, that's too old too, like kindergarten, and we're reading picture books. So she's a train wreck, and she looks like, we could call her Amber Heard, because this is what it looks like to me, based on these cards. Allegedly. And Amber Heard speaks for herself. So we're going to go ahead and, so now we have a gist for her feeling, like what she's like to be around, and it sounds like you guys, some of you watched way more of these interviews than I could, but one of them I was going to look at again. You know what we should do is read on his dad, on Ethan's dad, because I feel like if she's running around the poor me, which she is, I can say that because I watched 3 of them. Let's read on his dad. He's a Gemini. His name is Jim. We are not going to see like, perhaps, but I still am not feeling it. So why don't we like read on his dad? I feel like he's the last of that Chapin trash that I still have respect for, so I'd really like him to not be involved in any of this. But let's do that, because I feel like he is probably the Johnny Depp of his marriage, allegedly. And it's really like, yeah, let's do that. Let's read on Jim. Hey, Jimbo. That's my dad's name. We call him Jimbo. So let's read on Jim, see what he has to say. I feel like for Jim, we could even mix up the deck. All right, well, I'll let you know about 4 seconds. These cards just jumped. Ah, you guys. Okay, you can see these. We have the World. This has been Ethan the whole time, upright. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This has also been Ethan. We've never gotten them together, ever. Well, in the last 3 seasons. So the turning point is episode 15. And then that was when, like, shit got real. And then this last night's 28 is also another turning point. But what this is, so we asked about Jimbo. We love Jimbo so far. Ethan's standing by him. He is like, I mean, this is the Ethan card. So, together, we've never got them together. Then we have Lovers in reverse. He's the Johnny Depp of his shitty marriage. And then we have this guy who's, this is the Nine of Wands in reverse. And he's just like shut down, completely emotionally shut down. Aww, Ethan likes his dad. Good. Okay, so there is some hope for this family. There's one living and one helping the living. Oh, that might be why he's showing us so we can help his dad. Because his dad doesn't have a voice. That would make this so worth it. Oh, just seeing these cards like just made me happy. I bet you that's what it is, that like his dad is shut down, and a lot like Johnny Depp, this is going to have a lot of comparison. And if you didn't see that case, well, then I don't know what to say. But if you did, like the 230 million other people in the world that did, like he was clearly the victim in that, in my opinion, and apparently the juries too. And so what I think Ethan is saying is like, oh wait, this card was in reverse. If you're watching now, it's probably confusing. Is like he's giving his dad a voice. That is cool. That's really cool. Oh, you know what else the Lovers in reverse could be? D-bag. The devil, not D-bag the girl. Little Miss Muffet. It can be. It's like its sister card. But that's not the way I read it. The way I read it was like the Lovers are in reverse because he shut down. It's like he's looking over at Ethan and he's just kind of like, they were buddies, I bet. Or if they weren't, they are now. He goes to his dad a lot at night. He goes to a lot of people at night, but this is not the same kind of visiting. Oh, let's see what else does his dad want to say? All right. Oh, you know what? I should probably clear these. I don't know. Something just felt really weird, and it was like, don't turn them over. Something just, I don't know. I almost want to use a different deck for his dad. There's some, I don't know. To the person who is giving me another deck suggestions, thank you. I didn't order any of them, but there was a deck I was really enjoying using. I like almost want to pull angel cards for his dad. But I also would like to read on him because oh. You know what we could... All right, we're going to switch decks. And I hope you can see these up there. These guys, they were hard for me to see in the light, but the last time I tried to use them, so I'm just going to try to use them. They're regular Rider-Waite, except they're like holographic. Oh, they feel really good. Those cards are getting their work. All right, so let's talk to Jimbo. Oh, the redeeming quality. I want to know if Jimbo knows. I think he does because he's shut down completely. All right, Jimbo. Ethan, what do you want your dad to know? cut these, and then I'm going to look at ones that jumped. Okay. So the underlying energy is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is like a worker. He works. I bet you his dad is... Okay, so these are the cards that jumped. We have the Queen of Wands. Who's our wand? We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Four of Wands and the Emperor. So what we have here is Little Miss Muffet, literally. We have their fake home. That's also a wand. We have the Queen of Wands. What are you telling us here, buddy? We also have the... Oh, I can show you guys. We have the Eight of Swords. I'm going to keep pulling. I feel like I'm not done yet. There's something here. Is he trying? So the cards that are right here, this is... Oh, someone had a really cool analogy. It was like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Oh. Okay. So. Need some more cards to fill this in, and then I'll explain what I'm seeing. Okay, whoa, we just got a lot of big dogs. Well, the party's here. I hope you can see these, you guys, and wait until I show you what's here. The whole party's here. All right, so I'm going to try to just move these, and if this hologram is, I might not be able to use them that much. They just feel awesome. Okay, so we have... El Diablo. We also have the D-Bag's boyfriend and herself. I wonder did he ever even get a nickname? Because this is the 5th night in a row he showed up. I wonder if he needs his own platform. His name is Quinn Kelly, if anyone knows his birthday. That'd be very helpful. Well, what I'm looking at, okay, so we have the Emperor. The Emperor's at the top. Well, I put the Emperor at the top. We also have this, like, hardworking wand. The story that this is telling is, like, I think what he was explaining was how this idea came to fruition. The Queen of Wands is looking towards the future. So she's thinking about, like, she's not thinking about the past. She doesn't care. She's thinking about the future. We got the Eight of Swords. This card, to me, has always been like a free will kind of a sign until we found out it can also be curse breaking or curses. This fake happy home has always shown up for the big dogs in this. Any decision maker gets this card. And it's like this or the 10 of Cups. It's like happy home, but it's fake. Then we have this decision between a rock and a hard place, make the horrible decision. D-Bag actually showed up as our little thief. She steals lives and happiness and futures. The Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning. Very phallic. I mean, we have Temperance in reverse. This is that. We have the Eight of Cups upright, the Empress, the Devil, the Star, Ace of Swords. We have 2 aces, and the Chariot. Oh, this is reconfirming that message that you just gave me about the Maisie. Maisie's moving the sword. This is what Ethan has shown. The Moon is of secrets. Let me get some clarity on these cards. These are also kind of hard to read with the lighting, but I just like the way they feel when I shuffle. I mean, we could check the Game of Thrones. Actually, that might have a few answers. Or we could check the Cult of Odin ones. Is that where this connection is? We have I do like those cards, and those feel right now, so we're going to go with those. I feel like even Rider-Waite doesn't want to do this. They're like, come on, can we have a break? They don't even like her. All right, let's try it with our Game of Thrones cards. Oh, these feel really good too. All right, Jimbo. We love Jimbo. It's cool too that he's a Gemini just like the girls are. Geminis are, personally, I wouldn't date one, but I already tried that. It didn't work out very well, obviously. But I have girlfriends that are Geminis, and I love them. I love Geminis and Libras but Aries and Virgo too. So we're going to do this Game of Thrones, and this is going to be like bittersweet. But what do we need, Jimbo? Why don't we ask, what does Jimbo... Let's ask about Jimbo. We know he shut down, and we know he loved Ethan, or loves Ethan. Ethan's visiting him in a different way than he's visiting the rest of this trash. All right, we have some jumpers. We have the 7 of coins, the 2 of coins, the Hermit, and the Knight of Swords. Oh, spears, so that'd be wands for this, I'm guessing. They probably have a book, but I didn't look at it. All right, so those guys jumped. Well, we have the Hermit. Maybe that's our... have we confirmed? I didn't see a confirmation on... Oh, no, someone's working on the surviving roommate. Oh, these feel really good. These cards are awesome. So we asked Jimbo what he wants to know, or wants us to know. Okay. All right. So Jimbo. Jimbo's in the clear. We love Jimbo. Jimbo is like our Ethan. I saw something. All right. So what we're looking at here. Oh, I didn't even get an underlying energy. All these are the cards that have jumped. All right, the underlying energy is the Tower and the 5 of Cups. That's like our grief card. I hope you guys can see these. The Tower... that is a quite literal tower. And we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. Oh, we have a Knight of Coins. Okay. The World. Wait a second. Death. Queen of Swords. All right, hold on. This is getting... All right, so... All right. I can't remember the question that we asked him. But what we're looking at here is our King of Coins is in reverse. Someone is, I told you they're cutting Moscow off. This also is eerily reminding me of, I don't know, in reverse, it looked like Germany in 1938. Oh, maybe that's how they run this organization. Okay. So the Tower and the Five of Cups in reverse. So the Five of Cups in reverse is self-pity. Oh, is he talking more about Amber Heard? The Tower can possibly represent her too. We have the Seven of Coins. That's like our hard worker. In the other deck, he's... Oh, man. Okay. These cards are super on point for what we're doing right now, because if this is a secret society or whatever they're calling themselves, no matter what it is, like from the Rotary, I was a Rotarian, it's like all very similar high level. I mean, we don't have like 30 degree Masons. No, there probably are in the Rotary, but it's like the kindergarten version of the Masons, I'm guessing, if I had to guess. Okay, so we have the World. On the other deck, that's our boy, E-Dog, hanging out with his dad. We have the Hermit here. That's perhaps... But we also have the Queen of Swords. She's in reverse, though. I don't want to read these cards in reverse right now. It just doesn't feel right. I'm flipping these all over just so you know. Well, you can see them, but it just feels, this feels better. Okay. So this Five of Cups has represented Bethany, Maisie's trash mom. It can be a grief card. I have seen it as a grief card. The Queen of Swords got that when she had to give up that Bambino. What story are you telling? Look at the Ace of Spears on this deck. I mean, could this be any clearer? This is like our Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords, this woman looks like she's mentally not okay. She looks like the degenerate. This guy looks like a Nazi to me, and I'm just going to say it. He looks like he's wearing a Nazi uniform to me. The Knight of Spears. This is Frat Row running in. This is perhaps the living roommate. She has two decisions, or somebody has two decisions. We have the Queen of Swords. I mean, if couldn't get any clearer. We have Death. Right next to Ethan. Oh, wait a minute. I got it. I just got it. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords, also known as D-back. We have Death next to Ethan. Okay. We have the Eight of Spears. You know what? I wonder if I have that Crow deck. There's definitely some symbolism in this deck with crows. There's a crow on this Eight of Spears. This will be our Eight of Wands. Here's a crow in the Hermit. Man, looking at these cards, it really makes me want to watch Game of Thrones. I've never even seen it. Okay, so those are our two froze. So this one, this is a duality decision, and it says a Lannister always pays his debt. Does anyone know what a Lannister is? I was assuming it was someone like a landowner because I didn't know, but I'm guessing it's something. But someone was just saying that the Chapins paid off that house or something. I don't know, something. Okay, so we have 4 spears, 2 coins. Oh, so our spears are our wands because we have swords. 2 swords, coins. Cups. Here's our hermit. This has got to be D-bag. Which means D-bag might have just got... Oh, because the Emperor's not here. D-bag might have just got demoted to hermit because Little Miss Muffet. And if this doesn't look like a Little Miss Muffet who sat on her tuffet... She doesn't mess around. Yeah, this... I don't know. She might be our D-bag. I got that this was a sacrifice before, and I am getting that right now. And the card that like did it for me was this a Lancer always pays his debt card. I don't know. Does anyone believe this cartel thing? I mean, I fully believe in the cartel. Don't get me wrong. I used to read every book about Pablo possible. I just thought he was such a badass. And I believe in it. And I know that they use something similar, but the word Aryan to me, cartels are just badass. And to me, anything Aryan is just white trash. That's how I feel about that. I don't know. I don't know about this cartel thing. I don't know if it's the right wording. Like, maybe that's my own bias. Like, I feel like... Oh, because this goes back to... Oh, right. So there's a... This might be you have to do your own research on. Oh, Drip Drop did a great video on it. It might be like number 6 of this Brian Koberger series. Highly recommend it. It'll explain all of the stuff that I'm thinking about right now. We just had a jumper, and it's the Hierophant. I'm not going to read these in reverse either. Okay. I don't know what that was because the entire deck just fell out. And I was saying I'm not going to read them in reverse, and the whole deck fell out. I don't know what that... Oh, man. Something just happened, and then I missed it. I'm going to throw the Hierophant back in. All right, let's ask... What time is it? Oh, gotta go to bed. All right, Jimbo, Ethan, what do you want us to know about your dad? What can we... All right, I'm getting that we should literally just pull angel cards for his dad. We have the Queen of Spears, the King of Spears, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Spears. All right, what is Spears or Wands? Oh, this is... Oh. You guys are not even going to believe this. I don't know what he's trying to tell me, but I'm going to talk it out and we're going to figure it out. Oh, I didn't even cut it. Oh, we're not reading them in reverse. So we got the Hierophant as our underlying energy. Those are our heroes, and we love them. We also got the Queen of Spears. That's the Queen of Wands. That's Little Miss Muffet. We also got the King of Spears. We have the Four of Swords. This is our little dead boy on the coffin with the wheel. Holy shit, this ends on justice. With the Hierophant. We have the Page of Spears. So what this is telling me, was the mom having an affair? I'm going to say she had like 2 separate lives or something. Oh. The Two of Cups is here. It's the party. Oh. So Ethan's here. Hi, Mr. Ethan. So this is the party. This is Ethan and this is Ethan. We also have the Magician. He's our first grader. He's just learning. I'm going to leave Ethan. Oh, well, there's something about this layout. This guy was up here. This was here. Well, first of all, I might see Maisie. BK squared. And Hunter Chapin. With Ethan on a coffin in between them all. I think I just saw one of those. Because we have a Queen of Spears. Did we ever figure out he's a Libra? Wait a minute. I'm having a moment with Libras. Libras have to be, are they fire or air? Libra, where are you? Here. Holy shit. I'll tell you what's not on here. There's no water signs. There are no Scorpios. Therefore, there is no BK. But there is BK squared. And if we read these the way that they came out, I'm looking at Little Miss Muffet. And this can be the junior twat. Little Miss Muffet sat next to BK squared. Oh. Next to our little dead boy in the coffin. Next to Hunter Chapin, the degenerate. In front of the fight at the party. This is a literal fight. There's no other way to read this. 7 of Swords. This is like spears are wands. So this is a fighting card. Action. This is the party. Here, Ethan and Justice. Next to the Hierophant. This is all going to come to light. This is, I think. There's a magician here, though, and that's like has me wondering why is the magician here. But since I'm not reading anything in reverse, I don't remember if it came out. A magician is like, well, it's smoke and mirrors. So who's the smoke and mirrors, Mr. Magician? What about BK Squared and Miss Muffet, the mom? She has a very low moral compass, so that to me seems just like par for the course, according to her energy. Ace of Swords. Swords. Swords are BK squared. All of these are swords. Ace of Swords. Oh, we have the King of Cups, King of Swords. 3, 8 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. Hi, BK squared. Welcome to the party. I don't know where you guys are, but look at this 4 of Swords. I feel like this is much more realistic. I mean, there's like a pastor praying over a little boy on the coffin. This King of Swords is not messing around. He's holding people hostage. 8 of Swords on the other deck. This is the woman. This is our spell card. And the 9 of Swords is like an afraid animal, like a fearful animal. And then Ethan's right here. Wouldn't that be a cool way to tell out the world that your mom's banging BK squared if you had to? I mean, I could just ask upright yes, reversals no. I can clear these. I mean, the amount of deception that went into this is like almost beyond comprehension. Especially when you hear Ethan Yella's name on that audio. This is like a game of chess that you hope that they weren't counting on, like, the checkmate. Well, let's just ask. Was Little Miss Muffet banging BK squared? That seems like so low on the moral compass for me right now. It doesn't, that would just make sense if she was. Was Little Miss Muffet banging BK squared? No. Okay, wait, hold on. No, yes. Wait, no. It doesn't matter, I'm just counting. Yes. We got no, yes. We can do 2 out of 3. Was Little Miss Muffet? Whoa, look at this chariot. You guys see it? I hope so. That looks like that fight that night. I love these. These cards are awesome. All right, we'll do 2 out of 3. Was Little Miss Muffet banging BK squared? We're not reading, so I'm just gonna put these back in the cards. Oh, Whoa, look at this page of swords. He even has a mask on. Oh. Oh. This is a hard card to see still. All right. But now that we're figuring out it. I mean, what's an adulteress when you've got all this other stuff under your belt? I guess it makes a lot of sense, though. And that just adds to, like, well, let's see if he is or not, or she is. And then the level of deception is, like, so much higher. First of all, it has to be illegal. That I don't understand. I don't know what part of that is kosher. Yes, 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 no, no. 2 out of 3, yes. All right, well, that was a nice round. I'm going to put these all upright, and I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. So in conclusion, BK squared and Little Miss Muffet. He was feeling her tough. BK squared was banging Little Miss Muffet. Ethan's dad is a hero, and Ethan's mom is very much like Amber Heard, whiny victim, but she's not the victim. She's like acting like it. Ethan fully supports his dad, and he wants his dad to have a voice. So the first question that we asked about his dad was, he's shut down completely, and Ethan showed us himself twice. What was in between the shutdown and Ethan? I can't remember, but it was probably a good card because that was a great round. Then we had a reading on full-blown narcissism, Amber Heard. Then we had a reading on BK squared showed up, and I can't remember how, but he did. And then we had a reading on best 2 out of 3, BK squared and Little Miss Muffet. Yeah, and the thing about that is, like, her moral compass is so distorted that it's like, that to me just seems like par for the course. That doesn't even feel like a big deal. The Hierophant did show up twice. The Hierophant's the heroes. We love to see the Hierophant, especially with justice. So, you guys keep up the good work. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming back. And be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that little notification bell so you know when I post. Just kidding. I watch a lot of YouTube. But feel free to do all that. And I love you. And thanks again for everything. And have a good night. And I'll see you later.